Athena and Poseidon's contest for Athens. People in ancient Greek told myths to entertain, explain their world, and better understand what it means to be human. Greek mythology spread across the world, influencing ancient Roman mythology and culture. Many of these myths are still recounted today. As you read, compare Athena and Poseidon's characteristics, values, and actions. The stories of our Greek and Roman heroes all share similar traits. Heroes or heroines tend to be born in an extraordinary way. Think of the DC comic Superman, the sole survivor of the planet Krypton, who was saved by his father and sent in a rocket to planet Earth. These heroes are often brought up by those who are not their birth parents, and they go on to face a series of challenges or quests before they can claim what is rightly theirs. During their heroic careers, they are called up to intervene in all kinds of human endeavors, such as battles between peoples or wars between nations. They are also often conscripted into worthy causes, such as the creation of a new town, laying the metaphoric foundations for what was to prosper in our contemporary major cities that we still walk in today. These stories are called founding myths and often denote moments in shared history when new communities arise to later become powerful and prosperous. One such story comes from Virgil's The Aeneid, where the popular cult of Romulus and Remus became the founding myth of the city of Rome, telling the twins' unusual infancy when they were breastfed and reared by a she-wolf after their parents had deserted them. Our heroine, Athena, was the protagonist of one such founding myth, and she too has a city named after her. And if you're wondering which city this could possibly be, the clue lies in her name. But it was her name that was given to the city, and not the other way around. To recall this story, we have to start with once a long, long time ago, because the actual date's not important, only the idea that all of this took place in the distant past. Once, a long, long time ago, the first king of Athens, King Serapos, quite an extraordinary king himself as he was part human and part snake, set out to find a patron deity for his city-state. Already a prosperous and vibrant city, he called on Athena and Poseidon, because both, in fact, desired to be this patron to this beautiful city. Their rivalry was so intense that they almost went to war, and just as they were about to attack each other, Athena, with her typical wise approach, suggested they should hold a contest for the city, with King Serapos as the judge. They set up the contest and decided that whoever presented the city with the best gift would be rewarded the city itself as the grand prize. In the midst of a huge crowd, with King Serapos presiding over the contest, they went up to Acropolis to present their gifts to the city. Poseidon went first, and he lifted his massive trident and struck the earth with it. At the point where the spear struck, a frothy spring burst out, producing a sea, which is now called Ericathus. The people loved it, but as they went closer to taste the water, to their dismay, the water was salty. Don't forget that Poseidon was the ruler of the sea, and the water sources he controlled were inevitably salty, just like the sea he ruled. When it was Athena's turn, her act was far less dramatic. She quietly knelt and buried something in the ground, which in time grew into an olive tree. This turned out to be a much more useful gift, granting the Athenians not only the olives themselves as sustenance, but also a source of oil for their lamps and for cooking their food, as well as wood from the olive tree to build their boats and houses. Clearly, Athena's gift was deemed by far the better by the Serapos, and he declared the winner and the patron deity of Athens. Athena became the protector of the city, and many people throughout the Greek world worshipped her as Athena Polias. As a patron of Athens, she fought in the Trojan War on the side of the Achaeans. And if you're worried about what happened to the king, you don't need to be concerned, as the fabulous citadel at the Acropolis was named Cercropia after him, the sea god Poseidon.